A year ago, I went to the Consumer Electronics Show and I checked out this thing. This is the Olight Ostation, which is a battery charger, and it's got some pretty cool features. However, there were some pretty significant problems with it, which is why I wasn't interested in getting my hands on one of them or buying one for my own shop. This is the Ostation 2. This is actually the Ostation 2 Pro, and supposedly this thing addresses a lot of the issues that myself and a lot of other people had with the Ostation. So let's check this thing out in this video and see if it actually is the ultimate battery charger. Now, I was provided this thing by Olight, but they are not telling me what to say, so I'm going to be pretty brutal with this, and we're going to go over all the pros and cons. So first we're going to go through what it is, how it operates, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to go over those pros and cons so you can decide if this thing is the right thing for you. I'm also going to give some notes to Olight engineers if they decide to come out with a version 3, so stay tuned. So first and foremost, what exactly is this thing and what sets it apart from old school traditional battery chargers? This is a battery charger, and it charges AA and AAA batteries. Now it can do a couple different chemistry batteries. It can charge nickel metal hydride and lithium. It also has a cool little sorting feature where if you accidentally put in a battery it can't charge, it'll dump it out, pull another battery in. But what separates it from your traditional battery charger? This is the one I've been using for years in my garage. You can see how old it is by all of the spray paint and God knows what that's been built up on it. What separates it apart? So your traditional battery chargers look like this, and you basically dump the batteries there and they charge. With this one, it operates a little bit differently. You open up the back or the front, depending on how you want to do it, and you can throw your batteries straight in there. The beautiful thing about this is polarity doesn't matter, so you can put them in just any way, you drop them in there, and it figures it out. On the front here, it gives you all the statuses of the batteries that it is currently charging. Now, there is a non-pro version of this that does not have the screen, but as far as I know, all the guts in here operate the same. You have capacity on this thing for 12, so a dozen batteries in AA and AAA, and that's in the charge section, which means you can hold 12 charged batteries, and then in the hoppers up here, you can hold even more. I think it's a little more than 12 dead batteries up here. I actually have so many batteries that when I stack them all in here, and they're all dead, the lid's open and I pile them up and it does still fit. So I can actually cram more in there than what they say you can. Once the batteries are done charging, it drops them down into a chute down here, and when you need to get charged batteries, you just pull it open and you've got batteries right there. You can take them out, put them back in, and the little tray reloads, so you can keep opening that 2 at a time and get whatever you need out of the bottom. Now I've actually got quite a collection of different battery types. I've got a whole bunch of these Amazon basic nickel metal hydride batteries. These older, if you remember the Sanyo end loops, these are ancient and still holding up really well. I've got some other randoms. I've got some Tenergy batteries that I picked up a while ago, and then I did get with this charger some of their own brand. I haven't had a single battery get rejected, so it has successfully charged both their own brand batteries and all of these. However, I do want to point out that I do not have any non-Olight brand lithium batteries. These are all nickel metal hydride. So I have not had an opportunity to test out other brand lithium batteries. Now, in addition to the screen, there is also an app, so you can connect your phone to this thing, and the app has some kind of pros and cons, which we'll go about in a bit, but the app will at least tell you what you've got going on, if you have things charging, and how those charging cycles are doing. Now, one thing I do want to point out in the app is this weird thing. You see where it says 3 batteries charged? This thing resets itself every time you unplug the charger and plug it back in. So it doesn't give you a count of every battery that's just been charged just since the last time it was powered on. It's a little strange. Now, a little hidden feature that I didn't even know about was this little thing on the side. Little fold down thing for charging Olight flashlights. Let me go grab one of mine out of my truck. This is the Olight torch. I pretty much always have this thing in my truck, and this thing is bright. And the way this line of their flashlights, actually a lot of their new flashlights work, you just pop it right on there, and it starts charging. So now that I've given you kind of a basic rundown of the Ostation 2 Pro and how it operates, let's go over those pros and cons that I talked about and talk about the issues that they've addressed between the first stations and the new ones. So first, let's talk about those differences. Now, the first generation stations were very neat and they functioned very similar to this. The biggest flaw I had with them was they were expensive, and if you wanted to do AA and AAA batteries, you needed 2 of them, which meant you now had 2 stations side by side, taking up more shelf space than this thing does, significantly more, and you're paying double to do what this thing can do. This thing, the non-pro version, is under $100, and the pro version is still cheaper than the version 1s, at least for what they're charging on Amazon, which
What?
That does not make sense.
The other thing was that those first generation stations, they could only charge nickel metal hydride batteries, and the world seems to be kind of moving towards lithium when it comes to these. So if you were going into the new tech of lithium batteries, you were out of luck. So if you're in the market for one of these chargers, the version 2 and even the Pro version is a much better bang for your buck than the version 1s that came out only a year ago. So now it's that time where we're going to talk about the pros and the cons. So first, let's go over the pros, the things I like about this thing. The best thing about this thing is it's just simple. It means anybody in my house can go over to it and just throw batteries in it. And if there's batteries in the drawer on the underside, they can just take batteries out of it. You're not having to guess what batteries in the charger are charged, which ones aren't. You're not having to remember to take them out once they're charged, which is, I do that all the time. I leave them just cooking in the garage for days until I realize to pull them off the charger. The other great thing, especially if you have kids, you can just tell them, throw them in there, because polarity doesn't matter. You just chuck the batteries in the top. As long as they know the difference between a AA and a AAA, they're fine. And if they accidentally throw a non-rechargeable battery in there, it'll test it, realize it's not rechargeable, and then just spit it out the bottom. So you don't have to worry about your kids or somebody in your family throwing the wrong battery on the charger. Like I showed in the video, this one has that cool little flap that comes off the side. So if you've got Olight flashlights, I'm kind of a flashlight nerd, and I keep one in my truck, and I keep one in my desk, and one in my backpack. There's a charger that can charge 2 of them simultaneously right on the side. Now, if you're familiar with those flashlights, they have a little kind of disc charger with a USB cable, but I'm prone to losing stuff, and they come with one. So I have one of those sitting in my truck, one of those sitting at work, which means now I have a stand at home. Very easy to just throw my flashlight on. If you don't have their flashlights, it's not a big deal, but their flashlights are pretty nice. Having a charger that can do both nickel metal hydride and lithium is very cool, although I'm going to talk about that again in just a second. Something I didn't show during the run through of this thing is it is powered by USB Type-C. It's the higher amperage ones, but that means if you don't want to run another wall wart thing on your desk, and you've got, like I have on my desk in the house, a big charging block, I can just plug it straight into that. I don't need to run another power brick if I don't want to. Having that screen on the front that tells you the status of the batteries that are in it is pretty neat. I don't know how exactly necessary that is, but I guess if you were waiting on batteries because you need your last 2 to charge, you can see how much longer you've got, what the charge state is of it. Speaking of charge state, what this thing does when it's charging batteries is it monitors the battery, and it monitors battery heat. So it'll charge it as fast as it can without overheating the battery. So it's supposed to have some smarts built into it, which means it won't overheat your batteries and shorten their life, and it'll charge them as fast as possible. So we've talked about the pros, now let's talk about the cons. But before we do the cons, I gotta ask you a favor. Do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. It lets you know when we're coming out with more content. And if you value content like this, where we actually talk about the pros and the cons of things, so you get an honest review, I really appreciate the support. I actually looked over, and it's changing out the batteries right now, so I guess we should talk about that. And what I mean by that is 2 things. And the first is, I mentioned, you just heard it. I mentioned that this thing is living in my garage, not inside the house. And this thing, when it changes batteries, it drops them into a tray, and it's kind of loud. It's not excessively loud, but it's loud enough that in the middle of the night when it drops and you hear it from the other side of the house. My house is a small house and I have hardwood floors, so it's contributing to the problem. But if you live in a small apartment, studio apartment, there it goes again, or you're going to be running this thing in a room where you're going to be sleeping or want silence, every now and then this thing just starts churning batteries, and the sound of it dropping batteries into the tray can kind of drive you nuts. Just did it another time. The other thing that, like I said, I wasn't able to test was this thing charged every single different brand of nickel metal hydride battery I have. However, I have not managed to test it on other lithium batteries, and I'm going to grab the manual here. I'm going to read something to you. That's right. Every now and then I read the manuals to things. So, it says where to go.
2 hours later.
So here, battery size and type. AA and AAA nickel metal hydride batteries. And Ostation AA 1.5 volt rechargeable lithium ion batteries. It strangely doesn't say AAA, even though this thing does charge the AAA ones. But the way that wording sounds to me is that this thing will only charge Ostation, Olight branded batteries. And I guess that does kind of make sense, because what they're saying is there's a little battery management circuit system on each battery. So it identifies the battery with that, and it might be talking back and forth to the charger. So I have seen in other people's reviews them mentioning that this thing will not charge not Olight brand lithium batteries, but it does go through all of the nickel metal hydride batteries. something like this, which can charge 12 batteries simultaneously. So if you pull a bunch of batteries out of something, you're gonna have them cycle 2 by 2 by 2 to get them all charged back up, versus something like this that can do them all. And now for those notes to Olight, because I did mention if your engineers are watching, I'm gonna have some notes for you. The first big thing is that little fold down flap on the side. I like it. The thing with this thing is it is on the side, which means that if I have this thing pressed up against my toolbox here, I have to move it. You have a little spot here. I'm just saying, it would work. You do also have a little spot here, and I do have some nickel metal hydride rechargeable 9-volt batteries. Seems to me they would fit perfectly right there. So if you're making a version 3, a 9-volt battery charger would be super cool. Now this thing on the screen will show you the charge state of the batteries that are currently in the charger, and it will also show you on the screen if the actual catch tray at the bottom is full, which is a full 12 batteries. It won't tell you how many are in there if it's under 12. So if I have a device that takes 4 batteries, it'd be cool if I could look on my phone or look on that screen and go, yep, there's 4 in there, I'm good to go, or I gotta wait. So it'll tell you if it's full, but it won't tell you if it's less than full how many there are in there. So now finally, what does it boil down to for me? This is my new battery charger. This is what I'm gonna be using in the shop, in the garage, because the cons that I went over don't apply to my situation. I have so many batteries, I'm not gonna be worried about getting those few charged through and having to go 2 by 2 by 2. It lives in my garage, so noise isn't really a factor. And I don't have any lithium batteries right now, other than the ones that I bought with this thing. So, doesn't matter. So if after listening to all the pros and cons, you've decided that this is the battery charger that you would like to buy, I will have a link down below so you can check it out. Now, full disclosure, that link is an affiliate link. I like to be honest about things. Clicking on it will help the channel, but it won't cost you a dime. If you have any questions about this charger, batteries in general, or anything like that, please leave a comment down below. I'm always answering questions in the comment section. If you like honest review videos where pros and cons are gone over, hit that subscribe button. It really would help out the channel. And because this is YouTube, I think I'm required to say give this video a great big thumbs up. Of course, thanks for watching.